Hi you guys, how are you? I hope you enjoyed that video that I just did on why Speaker Pelosi is so happy. She's got a good reason to be happy. I'm happy too. Oh, here. There we go. So I had originally intended to include this teroscope on the one that I just finished. I didn't get to it, but I'm going to tell you what this is. Yesterday, apparently, Dr. Bricks reported that they're missing 50% of the test data from the coronavirus, La Cerveza. And that was part of the stimulus package deal that they were to get all the test data. Well, guess what administration are total data hoards? Donald. So after I finished that teroscope, I did a throw. The teroscope, we have test data, which is this deck, and we have stolen test data, which is this deck, and on the perimeter we have FEMA. Interesting. So as Maddow is reporting beautifully right now that this administration is epically failing with leadership, but you know, we kind of knew all along that's what they were planning to do. So I threw this teroscope. Test data. Just show me the test data. Who is the test data? The tarot told us when I had to pick the cards what the most important cards would be this quarter moon. And on the ascendant, the sign coming over the eastern horizon when we had the quarter moon, was the Emperor, Don Julio at the behest of Putin, and the Three of Pentacles, secret talks, discussions. Three of Pentacles was on the ascendant for test data. Speaker Pelosi also had this. Originally, the secret talks were just Pelosi, Barr, Bill behind bars, and Mr. LEV, Naz. So right off the bat, what's giving life to the test data are secret talks and an agreement to Two of Cups. We're in love with the test data. That's such a Trumpy Russia thing. Sickening. I'll have you know also that I had to. Josh Kushner and Peter Thiel are showing up all over the place. All over the place. So I'm going to keep them over here to see if there's anything that corresponds. So we have Seven of Pentacles here was the other thing that the teroscope said was so important to this week. Who we are. Seven of Pentacles has to do with stockpile and test data. The test data says, I got 10 swords in my back. The only person that has 10 swords in their back is Don Julio. And this deck here, who had this? Card of the reading. Oh, this was the deck for the missing data. So we have, this deck is the data. This is a 50% missing. This is the card of the reading / on the ascendant for the missing data. I'm sorry for being confusing. We have Mercury conjunct Neptune, so details get a little crazy. So we have test data and secret talks. This is stolen data. Don Julio with 10 swords on his back. He's done. So the test data now, as we identify it, identifies with Donald with 10 swords in his back. The stolen data aligns with the stockpile and the government. The teroscope says to look at the third house with messages. So we go over here. The Hanged Man, that card, that's my Jared card. The messages about the data, Five of Wands. You know who the Five of Wands was? This quarter moon, Bill behind bars. Page of Swords. theft, someone stole. I'm gathering this is either Josh Kushner or Peter Thiel, because Josh Kushner has as many interactions with Bill Barr in this Terrascope as Jared does. So if Jared's the back channel Secretary of State, Josh is the deputy. So I'm going to say this is Josh and Bill Barr taking the data. Neptune sacrifice. Oh, Neptune. That is the planet here in the House of Secrets, Hidden Enemies. Cloudy confusion. The data itself, King of Wands, angry Putin / MBS, now have leverage over the data, and the Mafia. That's a Five of Swords. The 50% that's been stolen, it's been taken over, the Knight of Wands, action, because someone has some burdens. This Knight of Wands, I'm betting that this is Josh Kushner. Yes, because in his Terrascope, how he identifies himself is one of action. This is Josh Kushner, Jared's brother. So I'm betting Josh Kushner took it. This astrology says, look to Sagittarius. I see. This is 100. This has to do with the 9th house. This is all Putin. What do we have over here? The first house of the body. He has the Queen of Cups, the United States, stockpile, and data. And we know that because the data is the Ace of Pentacles. It's the thing of value in its purest form, and now it's been stolen, and it's with the Empress. Trump, Russia, their agreement. Secrets, Hidden Enemies. So that covers that. When we get over here to this section, we have Mars, Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter, a lot of planets here. There's 4 big planets. So I would say 4 big players. The astrology says, look to Saturn for the truth. Saturn just went into Aquarius. That's about science, humanitarian ways, our friendships, revolutions. This, Donald drew the 7 of Pentacles here. Stockpile, data. The tarot said the 7 of Pentacles was so important to this quarter moon. Donald has it over here in his hopes and wishes, friends. The data now is the 5 of Cups. Disappointed, but this also represents how China, Russia keep tabs on and possession of the office of the President of the United States. The stolen data, oh, there's the President, FOTUS, the office of the President of the United States. He's giving up that data. Mind you, this coronavirus data, that originated from Wuhan, accidentally on purpose, and probably DNA information. 23andMe, all those DNA testing. I'm telling you, this is such BS. What's crowning Washington, D.C.? Well, we have the Page of Pentacles here. That's a person with moneyed interests, La Cerveza interest, data interest. The test data is justice. The scales of justice. It's been justified and or bill behind bars. Is this going to the Justice Department? I had my mini deck. Just a second. I want clarifiers before I go on. Oh, there it is. My little tin. Oh, stolen. I need clarifiers on this justice of the test data. Clarifications of this test data. It has justice. I don't know if it's gone to the Department of Justice or Bill Barr stole it. You have the 7 swords there, but this is crowning Washington, D.C. This is really a big deal. What has to do with the test data and justice? We have it blending. So someone blended. They felt justified in blending. Oh, there's Bill Barr right there. Bill Barr took it, blended it. He's trying to balance the data as well. The stolen data over Washington, D.C. is creating a major tower moment. Absolutely. I will tell you that Dr. Bricks had this, I think, in her first house of identity because she's feeling the heat. I think she got set up. Dr. Fauci has the tower moment as well. But again, I think he's being exploited. But what's this tower moment going to be about? No. Yes. Come on. No. It's not there. Yes, it is. Oh, so this is going to be BSing. Gaslighting. No. Intelligence. We don't know where it is. Yes. We accepted bribes for it. Some data goes there, some goes there. You pay me, I pay you. That's the tower moment with this data. We talked about the Ace of Pentacles. So in the 8th house of shared resources, the tarot said the Knight of Pentacles is really important. The Knight of Pentacles, well, and we could get the world. The test data is the world. Oh my God, do they have world data? Russia has all the world data. They have all the world data. Oh my God, Russia, China has all the world data. They're leaving us out. They're taking all that world data about us so that they can continue their own little virtual global coup with just their main ringleaders. That's what they did. All these places are, the data is going to Russia, China. In the 7th house, we the people, partnerships, the test data. Oh, we've got a new start for you, you foolish little data, because half of you is going to be stolen, and we're going to make offers and bid that data off. We're going to have someone go take this data, the 9 of Wands, who has a burden. Saturn return. In terms of public workers, the healthcare agencies, we have the card the World. We're talking about the global pandemic. The data that's been, we have the 8 of Swords. So this data about people who are trapped by the cerveza, half of it gets stolen, which the Ace of Cups always shows up as the Russia-China op. In the 5th house of the Sun, which has to be Don Julio, 12th house escape, you better bet he wants to escape, or he's sending it over there. The data is the Hermit. He is looking at this data, what to do with it. Oh, half of it is going to go away, and we're going to use that to assault for future information war crackdowns. Because look at this, the Ace of Swords. The tarot told us the most important cards, one of them, the secret, was the Ace of Swords, how this data is going to be used against the masses in the world. 4th house, we talked about this. Bill Barr took the data with Josh. The 3rd house, Jared, Hanged Man, Neptune, sacrifice. So the data now of our test becomes the magician. It's manipulated. It can do magical things. Just imagine all this data we have on people taking this test, where they live, their personal information, who takes care of them, what's their cell phone number, what's their insurance company, who they live with, their medical history. Hello, oh my effing God, they're getting all the medical history, and they're getting all the DNA. It's so magical for them. The stolen data, that's the plan. Send it over. The 2nd house of gains, income, values, things that are valuable, which is votes. Now we know it's data, and it's corona test data. This is the test results. Woohoo! It's like scoring all that stuff. It's like, you know, we have all the test data. We are hoarding masks. We're making a killing on profits. I Half of it was stolen, and the Page of Cups sent it. Page of Cups has been Ivanka. It has been Jared. Jared and Ivanka both came up with this card at this quarter moon. It's been Melania in the past, but Junior had this card in his House of Secrets. So I am betting you, well, 3 cups, I bet that's Jared, Ivanka, and Josh probably took that over. This is for entertainment purposes only. I could be totally wrong. Where's my sign? My sign is lost. My sign has walked away. Okay, now, how does FEMA fit into all this? FEMA, oh, they have the 3 of Wands, the Merchant. They have plans with this. The Merchant, we're going to make some money. We're going to send everything far away. We're going to make money just as we've been making money with the other 7 of Pentacles, our stockpile, right? I know, this is frustrating. I'm getting, my blood pressure is going up as I'm doing this, but I just want to make sure I get it done. So in the first house, FEMA, it's going to China. China, this is Elaine Chow. What are the messages going on, FEMA, here? Bill Barr, he says to Bill Barr with Jared. What's your secret? Working with Russia, China, the Ace of Swords to assault the world with. Your hidden enemy, FEMA, is the plan that you drew up because it's Donald's plan that was drawn up, this 10 of Swords. Sagittarius is always this house, the 9th house. Queen of Cups, that's the electorate. That's the United States. This has, what do you have here, FEMA, in Putin's house? You have the High Priestess. They're using this information for election purposes. That's what they're doing. 11th house. 11th house. Hopes, wishes, friendship, science. Empress. Trump, Russia, they're going to use this to oppress everybody. What's FEMA, what's crowning you this quarter moon? Pentacles are virus, pentacles are stockpiles, pentacles are data, and all the payoffs they're getting because they're going to force states to pay more. The 8th house, shared resources, Knight of Pentacles. They're moving stuff. It's moving all over the place. 7th house, we the people / partnerships. Are these the intel agencies? Who's this Knight of Swords? I want a good Knight of Swords. 9 of Wands, Knight of Swords. I think that might be the intel agencies. Who's this Knight of Swords? There you go, the High Priestess. This is election stuff. The action that they took. The government. It's your challenge. The virus. Oh my gosh. This Knight of Swords is the virus spreading virulently and relentlessly. That's what FEMA is allowing to happen. You know, if this was a coup on the United States of America to hurt Americans, doesn't this make sense? In the 6th house of public workers, what do I have here? Oh, yeah, I drew 2 here. We have the 6 of Wands and the 7 of Wands. So public workers. Leo, I will do this. Think Congress. Think of the agencies, all of Donald's acting people. The 6 Wands mob. Trump, Putin, Unji, Netanyahu. All of them. The Republican Party. In line with them. There's Facebook. Fighting off everybody else and their complaints. They don't care. 5th house of the sun. Oh, look at 5th house of the sun is the president. 7 of Pentacles is a stockpile. It's our data. Untapped potential. We tell the rest of the story. The 4th house, retreat. FEMA is retreating and people are dying. That's what their agreement is, to retreat. Nine of Pentacles, and for comfort and security so that they can all live. Second house, income, gains, values, valuables, FEMA, straight to Putin. So there you go. Tragic. Something's going to be happening by Monday. Watch my April 7th video, the video that I just posted. If you like this video, please, please, please click like. You guys, it totally helps me with my exposure. I really appreciate it. Have a great weekend. Wash your hands and all that good stuff. Make your masks. We're making them. I'm excited. Okay, thanks.